Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to FPL. Don't panic. It's time to panic. Oh, I know I'm not the only one in this boat, but it feels like I've been in it for a few weeks now. Put a team out, looks great on paper, but this game is not played on paper, is it? No, it is not. Still got 2 to go. Who knows? Miracles might happen, but Dewsbury Hall, don't think so. And Bumo, yeah, might get something good out of that, but certainly won't be getting a 70-pointer this week. What to do? Talk about the team just briefly first. I mean, it's just points dodging. I feel like I'm constantly points dodging at the moment. First thing, another missed penalty. I have had five penalty misses this year. Bruno 2, Mateta, I think Mateta missed one, didn't he? Thiago 1, Erling Haaland 1. So what's that? That's 5 4's 20 points. The -2s, that's another 10 points. That's 30 points, and any bonuses that might have gone along with that. So probably around the 40 points there, just in missed penalties alone. But the big disappointment is definitely that forward line this week. It could. Let me just run through the team. Yeah, that forward line. Just literally points dodging. Mateta should have had a goal or two. Didn't. Haaland could easily had a goal or two. Didn't. Thiago had a goal. Should have had 2. Missed penalty. You know, that's, you know what we've got out of it. 4, 8, 9. 9 points. That should so easily been 30 points plus. But it isn't. Defence, not too bad, but a little bit of points dodging going on there as well. We won't talk about the keepers at the moment. I'm very fed up with my keeper situation. It seems like 3 or 4 game weeks ago I was really happy with the way the Petrovic-Dubravka rotation was going, was showing me a very healthy 5-6 average. You know, even though they weren't always keeping clean sheets, I always seem to be popping the right one in at the right time. Nothing from either of them now for weeks on end. I'll just have to roll for a wee while until maybe I get the 5 free transfers for DEFCON. I might have a look at that situation then. Yeah, Timber finally getting an attacking return from him, but of course Arsenal concede. I can't call it a fluke. It was a fabulous goal, but it was still a freakish goal. Lacroix, thank you, Lacroix. Still 2 DEFCON points that were there and then taken away from him. And then Sinisi finally gets me an attacking return, but just the 3-pointer because of goals conceded. And did he get a yellow as well? Let's have a quick look at my end here. Yeah, of course he got the yellow card. Points dodging. Midfield, not a lot can say there really. Casado rested. Semenyo, proposal gate. I mean, 1 minute he's injured, then oh no, he's not injured. It was just a nice subversive plan where he reeled everyone in to make it look as though he'd gone home so he could surprise his girlfriend with a surprise proposal. And then he gets pulled out sick. Saka just 4, and then Mbamo still to come. Mukiele to come off the bench, obviously with a 4-pointer, and you know, which will get me up to 37, but of course I've got the -4 to come as well for the unnecessary Mateta hit, who I did want back for that fixture. 1 point. Sod it. Question becomes now what to do next. Not too sure how I'm going to line up this week at the moment. Obviously, we do need to make sure Semenyo is okay. Let's see in the spreadsheet. We'll just remove that. We'll come back and do a full review at the end of the game week. Let's bring up the spreadsheet. Have a think about what we're doing next. Let's make that nice and big for you lot. Yeah, what to do. I mean, it's really going strictly, as I say, I want as I said a week ago, let's stop the messing around. Let's actually start to get very, very focused now. Not a good game week, can happen any time, and I know that there's lots of you out there having just as bad or nearly as bad a game week as me. I've seen wildcards, I have seen free hits, teams looking amazing on paper, and in and around the same points as me. It's a bad game week all round. So it could easily swing back the other way next week. Averages do have a way of working themselves out. So there's part of me is actually thinking, right, roll, redeem yourselves. Look at the averages across the board in the team. Still obviously a couple of games to play. Petrovic and Dubravka are now turning into a clear problem, and not great fixtures going forward. There was a time when I said Sunderland away and Everton at home were decent fixtures. Not so sure anymore, but you never know with keepers where their points are coming from. But as you can see there, 3 game weeks in a row now with nothing in the keeper department. But that can change very, very quickly. You know, one storming game, lots of saves and a clean sheet, and suddenly there's an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pointer there. Could really do with one of those. Mukiele, yeah, it's fine. You know, for his money, won't always be starting. Bournemouth home, yeah, could well start him for that game, I think. Senesi, Sunderland away, I'd be a little bit more nervous of, to be honest with you, because Sunderland are quite simply very good at home. So he may be a start, maybe a benching for next week. But then I don't really like that Timber fixture away to Chelsea either. But would I bench him? Probably not. And then Lacroix going very, very well for me. Definitely glad he was nearly heading on the sell into the sell category, and he just hung on by the skin of his teeth and found his form. And that's the thing, as I say, you don't know when players are going to find their form, and that's kind of why the spreadsheet works. And that is, you know, they're in, they get their 5 chances, and then they're out. Especially when the averages start to really, the averages start to drop down. Yeah, Lacroix is absolutely grand there with his 6. Timbers kind of borderline at 4.8, but lots of good fixtures, and we know what Arsenal's defence can do, so I'm pretty sure he can sort of maintain, hopefully, the 5 points. Senesi's the big disappointment, I have to say, at the moment, from being amazing. I've had him pretty much since day one, been amazing. His numbers have fallen off a cliff, Mukiele's grand, you know, for his price, as I say, and not great fixtures, but generally would be on the bench and just there if I need him. The big one in the defence, I guess, then now is Gabriel, obviously on the bench at the moment. Do we remove him, and who do I remove him for? And it feels kind of to me, I may have to take a price drop. I don't want to make any rash decisions. I do want to actually see any of these European matches out of the way this week, and not get bitten on the bum again in case they do get any more injuries in the team. So he is due to drop. If I do move Gabriel out, though, who do I move him out for? Do I go for a long-term play on a replacement or a fixture play? Now, obviously the one we've been talking about is Virgil van Dijk. Well, I think after what we just saw the weekend, I think we're going to sort of remove that off of the dance card for now. You've Liverpool got West Ham, isn't it? Yes, you think, yeah, absolutely, yeah, great fixture to bring him in for, but just don't fancy him at the moment. Need to see something happening at Liverpool before I think bringing in any Liverpool asset. Fantastic fixture run or not. You know, who have Liverpool got? Yeah, West Ham. I mean, you'd think with a fixture run, you still West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds, Brighton home on 16. It feels like it should be an obvious choice, but is it? 3-0 at home to Forest. Seriously. City, I'm really leaning towards City. But who can you rely on a pep roulette? Who can you rely on in the pep roulette? But I really like O'Reilly. His numbers are generally pretty good. Just the 1 pointer this week, but I was looking back earlier at his numbers across the season, and since he actually became a regular in game week 4, he has been returning really consistently, either an attacking return or with clean sheets, sometimes both. But knowing my luck, even if I just brought him in for a short-term punt, he's going to get rotated. But do I care? Yeah, fine. I have someone come off the bench. Fine. Leeds at home, Fulham away, Sunderland home, the next 3. Even if you got rested for one, this could still be 2 clean sheets in there. Or an attacking return. Nunes, Ruben, don't know. I'm drawn towards a City defender and all the risks that are involved in that. I don't think I'm going to make a decision today. Now, there are going to be I'm in New Zealand, it's 3 p.m, which means it's about 4 a.m. in England, so I think the price changes are happening right about now, and Gabriel will definitely be dropping. But I think I wait so I don't get bitten on the arse again and start to play a more sensible game. I can't do anything about this week. The team looked good on paper, just stuff happened, and it happens. Hopefully I get the swing back this coming week. But I think it would be. I am tempted by other potential transfers. For example, I wouldn't mind moving Casado out, but where am I really going to go to? And similarly, Dewsbury Hall. But I think they hold in for another week, and I'd have more if I do the O'Reilly transfer. I end up with a decent chunk of cash in the bank to maybe look at something else quite targeted for game week 14. Because there are certainly other players that are under threat here. Sinisi is the one that actually should be moving out, given those averages and seeing as how Bournemouth have literally, just fallen off a cliff at the moment. But Gabriel is the one that has to go. So I think that is likely to be the move. Gabriel to O'Reilly, but we'll wait. Which would mean I'd probably play a back 4 next week for the next game week, which I think could likely be Mukiele, Sinisi, Lacroix. Do I go back 5? Don't know. I think it could be Sinisi would come out and be benched. In all honesty, I think Sunderland do score. And Sinisi's, it's not been great, even missing out on DEFCON now. So Mukiele, Timber, Lacroix, O'Reilly, and then Sinisi on the bench if O'Reilly gets rotated and fingers crossed doesn't get brought on for 30 minutes. I think that could be where I go. Be interested for your thoughts on that. But there are other parts of the team do need addressing. Namely, I do think it will be time, and I could probably do that the following game week, maybe do something targeted the following game week with moving Dewsbury Hall, or Caicedo maybe. But Caicedo has Leeds and then Bournemouth at home. No, I think he would still be good to keep. Whereas Dewsbury Hall's fixtures, definitely more challenging. So that's sort of just a little bit of a 2-week plan. I probably will bring Gabriel out, maybe for O'Reilly. I think it will be O'Reilly. I think I will take a reasonable calculated punt on that, given those fixtures. And then from there we'll take a look at the area of the pitch that needs the most addressing, where someone's just falling off their averages, or where I feel I need to strengthen towards some good fixtures. But I think by and large, if Gabriel wasn't injured, I'd be rolling this week. and build up a couple of transfers and maybe do something a little more incisive in 14. Obviously we need to make sure we have used all our transfers by 15 for the AFCON Cup top up. That's kind of it. It's not great, guys. A little bit of a waffle there just to update things. Phone's going mad, so I better check that out. I hope your game week's going better than mine's is. Yeah, it's rough out there at the moment. I better answer those messages. Take care, have fun, play your own game. I'll watch United and Everton tomorrow and keep my fingers crossed for a 6-2 United win, with Mbomo getting 6 goals and 2 goals or a couple of assists for Dewsbury Hall. Yeah, right. See you soon. Bye-bye.